For both of you, has the other ever answered a question about his character in a way that surprised you or offered new insight on Sam and Dean? And if there was a body swap episode, what would the title be?
There was a body swap episode. It was called Swap Meet. And the original version, he and I swapped bodies.
And then they were like, ooh, bad idea.
What was the first part of your question?
Has the other ever, and like for Jared, has Jensen ever answered a question about Dean that's in a way that surprised you or offered new insight on the characters, and vice versa for Jensen?
I see. Like, has his answer helped me with Sam, or helped me understand Dean better?
I think, have I given an answer at some point where you were like, oh, I didn't realize that that's how he was playing Dean, or that gave you greater insight into what I was thinking and the choices I was making as a character?
Yeah, what Jensen
I see. I'm sure that he has, but I've learned more about Dean between action and cut. You know, there's a lot that I see of Dean that y'all have never seen and will never see. You know, for a 42-minute episode of television, I've seen Dean for hours and hours and hours and hours. And so I've seen a lot of, you know, we do scenes where we do take, you know, we rehearse it, we block it, it gets lit, then we hit our marks and do it, and one of us will be like, no, you know, I want another go at it, and alter this or alter that. And so I think he and I have both seen each other find what feels right, and sometimes you have to, in life and as a performance, as an actor, you have to kind of stretch the limits to find out where the limit is. You know, it's not until you cross the line that you figure out where the line was. And so we'll overcommit to something or we'll undercommit to something and find that little dance and then go like, okay, cool, here's the hum. And so I think he'll see some of my instincts that I build on the page before saying them out loud, and vice versa. So as far as the answers he gives, usually I kind of already know it because I see it, like I said, between action and cut. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot. There's a lot that I don't at least anticipate him saying or doing as Sam or answering as Jared for Sam that would surprise me at this point. I think I understand Jared probably better than most people on this planet, and I also understand Sam better than probably anybody other than him. And so it would be it'd be rare for us to really surprise each other with choices that we make as characters or answers that we would give regarding our characters at this point. You know, he could probably read a scene and know exactly the kind of choices that I'm going to be making as Dean. And I think by now. And I think I could probably do the same. Like I know what Sam's voice sounds like coming through Jared. I know what that's going to sound like. I know I can hear him saying the words and you know the general choices that he's going to make. Now,
and as a matter of fact, still regularly, if we have a scene where he's in the Impala and I'm in the middle letters and we have a phone call, for the most part, we're not even there when we're doing it. Robin, our prop master on set, is just reading the dialogue, but I'm hearing in my head, I'm hearing the words. I already know what words are going to be said because I've read the scene and I kind of know both sides. But I'm hearing Jensen as Dean, I'm hearing Jensen's voice as Dean on the phone, even though it's our friend Robin reading it. He doesn't have to be there, and vice versa. So that's one.
That being said, I will say that even though I have a really good idea and understanding of how he's going to do a scene or how this scene is going to play out from Sam's perspective, I will say that we are now 15 years in, and he does still surprise me on how well he executes it.
Yeah, and vice versa. Yeah, that's fine. Vice versa.
Hi. At this point, you guys have got to be the foremost expert on brothers. So who do you think has it better? older brother, younger brother, and how would the dynamic be different if there was a younger sister thrown in there?
Who has it better, an older brother or younger brother?
Right, and why?
Well, he and I are both older brothers and younger brothers in real life, and we both have an older brother and a younger sister in real life. I think, gosh.
I think a lot of it depends on the counterpart.
Sure.
I think one of the reasons why, the Winchester brothers have such a great dynamic on camera is because of how they're written, because of the characteristics that they possess individually. They're not the exact same character. You have a lot of siblings that are very, very similar to each other, that would make the same choices in life, or that would make the same joke, or that would make the same decision in a scenario. But I think that the Winchesters, they look at things through such a different lens, that they complement each other in the ways that make it work so well. Sam is the analytical person and the thinker, and Dean's the reactionary person, and those balance each other. And I think that these two brothers balance each other in such a way that is dynamic and is interesting and is fun to watch. And so I don't know that there's a right answer to be one of those. I would just, I would say that you better be, it's good to have something that maybe your sibling doesn't have, and that you can balance them out with. That, I think, makes an interesting relationship.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and probably piss off a lot of people in this audience. I think if it's a brother-brother situation, I kind of think the older brother has it a little bit easier. Just in that, I'm trying to think of like my sons. For a couple of years, Tom was my entire focus. Genevieve's entire focus. He was 100% of everything our life hinged on. So he had a lot of time. And then, a lot of people here have studied birth order. They kind of become a parent themselves. But by the time you have a second kid, it's like, the first kid drops a Cheerio and you pick it up and you dust it off and throw it in the garbage can. The second kid is like licking the bottom of the counter and you're like, it's Shep, he's fine.
Isn't there? I think there's a commercial out where the first kid, they're bathing it, and they're dropping the phone in the sink, and then the second kid, they
got a hose,
throws into the shower. Yeah, it's like, I got it. Here, take the other one. It's very similar.
Yeah, this mud won't come off of Shep's arm. Baby, grab some bleach. And I feel like the middle child, in my experience, kind of has to blaze their own trail. My brother's a friggin' surgeon, college athlete. I wasn't going to try and fill those shoes, so I went to go to the theater, which is a lot of fun in Texas to tell your dad as your brother's playing college sports, doing pre-med and engineering at the same time. When you say, "Dad, I'm quitting sports. I want to be an actor," that goes about as well as you would imagine. Just kidding. I'm very happy with everything that happened. But I feel like the firstborn has a lot more responsibility, but gets benefit of the doubt a little bit more. That having been said, I'm also an older brother. I think the third probably has the most difficult, truth be told. Especially when you have two loud older brothers. I don't know. I could be wildly incorrect. Self-analysis.
There's no right answer. Thank you.
Thank you.